Hello everybody and welcome back to episode 6 of Let's Play Creatures Such as We with Trillian. I'm Trillian, and it is finally time to relax and hopefully play some more of the game within the game. I think is what's going to happen next. The game creates a new save file for you as the prologue starts. Your character walks into a medical facility, past a television looping anti-zombie political arguments from the... Oh, that's what I am! I'm a zombie! From the recently missing activist Senator Loris, oh right, and up to the check-in counter. Now I'm a little confused because let's see, as the prologue starts, so we're doing it over again? I guess so. So like tracking down Loris because she's like recently missing here in the beginning of the game. Okay, I'm sorry, it just took me a second to figure out what was happening. The receptionist, a zombie, stands and waves you along. Come with me, they're ready for you. He chats as he walks. I'm glad you've elected to take the procedure. It's quite simple, and you can't imagine how fantastic you feel afterward when your body is constantly at its best. He directs you into a room with 2 smiling zombies wearing lab coats. The room has a full wall mirror on one side, and as your character turns to look at the reflection in the mirror, you see yourself as a zombie, and the game fades into the character select tool. Which gender do you choose for yourself? Oh, well, let's be different then. But okay, now I'm all confused. We're zombies? How is our body constantly at its best? I thought the definition of zombies was that you were kind of rotting away as you stood. But I mean, I guess not, sort of, because they just keep walking around instead of further decomposing. I don't know. Male. And then which base skin color do you choose for yourself? Oh, I don't care. I just, okay. All of the options unlock, and the reflection solidifies into a preset zombified face. You have sliders where you can make minor adjustments: bone structure, hairstyles, facial scars, body size. What sort of look are you going for with your zombie? Okay, he was that badass guy, right? I'm trying to like imagine myself in that final boss battle and the sort of description that I had. What sort of... I'm going to go with gruff and troubled. How about that? You want it to look perfect, especially for all the action angles. As you adjust the details of the face, you really get into the groove of messing with the sliders. Yeah, that looks good. Then you notice a button that you didn't before. Use previous appearance. Well, shit. You like the new look you've got now, but you're also a bit attached to the old appearance. Which do you use? Yeah, I feel like in this case we're going back to try to save Elegy and to change to put right what once went wrong. And so I feel like we should be the old person. With that settled, you continue the game. The man takes a cutely timid step forward. Hey there, I'm the technician that will be assisting with scans and x-rays, monitoring your progress to make sure that the transition happens smoothly. He practically purrs. I really look forward to working with you. The woman immediately follows. I'm the phlebotomist. I'll be monitoring the doctor administering the initial injection and then taking your blood for periodic testing. I hope you won't hold it against me too much, she gently teases. The receptionist turns to you. Well, you can either get your pre-injection scans or blood work knocked out first. Who would you like to go with? It's hard to decide between the two. I don't know or care. Why do I have to choose? The medics laugh and exchange devious grins. Then they explain that while normally that sounds like a lot of fun, at the moment it's purely a practical matter. After all, you can't be scanned at the same time that your blood is being drawn. They do hint about maybe later, though. That's actually pretty cool. Let's go with the phlebotomist. No, let's go with the technician. He was purring. The phlebotomist practically pouts. Oh, well, are you sure? I don't have anyone else scheduled for another 15 minutes. The technician teases the phlebotomist. Come on now, stop trying to steal all the cute ones for yourself. He shoots your character a devil-may-care smile and points to the door. Let's go get those scans done. Let's get scans indeed. He leans in close while leading your avatar down a hallway. So, what made you decide to make the transition now? I hear that even Loris is shutting up about it now after her son. An explosion interrupts his sentence, and the camera view shakes wildly. A ringing noise drowns out the background shouting, and you hear more blast noises. The camera pans over to show the technician grab your arm and bite, and everything fades to black. Vision returns, focused on the ground. Your avatar looks at his hands. They've turned ashen gray, and you can see flesh reconstructing a gash in real time. You stand up and look over to the technician. He has multiple pieces of debris piercing and pinning him to the ground. He waves you over. Thank goodness you're all right. Listen, we need to get out of here, and I need your help. You're going to have to rip apart my body and then allow it to reconstruct itself. Your character recoils as the technician continues. I've been thinking about this while you're out. It is the only way. Please. You assess his body. The torso is pinned, but most of the pressure seems to be on a single pipe. If you ripped the body in half, it should be possible to rejoin the halves afterwards. How do you start the process? I have claws and I have fangs. Try to leverage off the debris. Now, I'm going to go with what he says, but pull it apart with my claws, I guess. The technician winces as your avatar rips and pulls. Oh god. The flesh tries to reconstruct itself, so you have to work quickly and decisively. You notice the internal organs retract as you pull more and more of the body apart. Finally, all you have left is the spinal column. This is worse than the puking guy. Your avatar digs both hands into his back and pulls from both sides, snapping it in half. Your avatar pushes together the parts and allows them to start reforming. The technician moans and sits up. Thanks, you're the best. I'm sorry that I rushed you through the procedure, but it looks like that bite saved both our lives. I'm Elegy, by the way. A self-chosen name after turning, you're sure. Elegy looks your avatar over and smiles. You hear movement, see uniforms in the distance. A military rescue worker runs up. Any survivors? Any survivors? Here I am. There are 2 survivors here. Please help Elegy here. Does he need help? He seems fine. By the way, I have just started a homosexual relationship. I'm so proud of myself. Yay, gay pride. Okay, it was totally by accident, but I'm totally down with it. Let's see. Survivors. I don't know. Am I a survivor or not? I'm a zombie. What do these people think about that? Oh, let us begin our love. The worker runs towards your character and reaches into a pack for supplies. Then you hear a gunshot in the distance. Time seems to slow as you see the hatred in her eyes, the incorrect details in the uniform, the visible glint of a gun in the pack. The game constructs a quick projective cutscene of her murdering you both. But it hasn't happened yet. The woman is still reaching for the gun. Elegy jumps onto her, biting and clawing. You have to help. Yeah, I'm kind of afraid of hurting Elegy if we both go in there. Turn her gun against her. Is that something I can do with, like, my mind or something? Still reaching for the gun. I feel like we need to get a hold of this gun, honestly. You pounce at the fake rescuer. She struggles against Elegy and fires once, twice. Elegy crumples. See? But the rescuer doesn't have time to turn against you. You rip her hand off from her arm and pull out the gun. You kick her down and fire the remaining bullets into her. Elegy was not so lucky. The shots hit his head. That's not survivable. The only hope Elegy has is if you help him become ethereal. But your character has no idea how it's done. Well, last time you picked the option to hold the body, but maybe anything works? Okay. I would say use your blood on the wound, but apparently the shots aren't survivable, so I don't think that really helps. I do not wish to eat the brain. This game wants me never to keep a meal down again for the rest of my life. Hold the body worked before. I'm going to go with that. Actually, I think this would be cooler. We're going to go for cool. You drag it into a fire and then go back for all the small brain bits. Ugh. The body roasts furiously, almost immediately leaving behind ashes. The smoke condenses and coalesces in a floating blue flame. Elegy rises from the ashes. Well, this tingles. He floats up, down, then rotates and expands, playing with his new body. He is now immortal, but at the cost of being practically immaterial. Elegy regards the remains of his body. What a senseless waste. I didn't even get to eat anyone's brains. He turns to you. Maybe we could fix that together? Some gunshots in the distance startle both the characters. The level is about to start. What preparation should you do before things get serious? Okay, well, again, based on our previous, oh, we love Elegy, I kind of want to always help Elegy, but he seems fine, and I need to focus on healing to full. Before you go into battle, do whatever you have to do to heal up. You focus inward as your body stitches itself back together. Elegy approaches your character, a flitting light. The air around him glows. We should work together. Merge. It'll make you more powerful, and now that I'm like this, well, I need a new job for starters. Okay, of course, let's do it. Yeah, that seemed cool before. Elegy floats in front of your avatar, bouncing left and right. I'm a bit nervous. Forgive me if I don't do it quite right. But as the merging starts, Elegy trails off and your avatar glows blue, smiling and spreading delight. It must feel amazing. A real feeling of warmth and belonging washes over your own body as you watch. A new piece of the HUD pops up, Ghost Power. It also glows bright blue. You chuckle at how much smaller it looks compared to the bar you've gotten used to at the end of the game. You approach your first set of foes, more disguised rescue workers searching for survivors. How do you take them out? Let's do Ghost Powers. That was what I chose before, and then we didn't really get to do very much of it. Your avatar channels magical balls of energy and lightning through his one hand, flinging them into foes from a distance while holding up the other into a force field against bullets. My boyfriend's really cool, you guys. At one point, an enemy tries to sneak up behind you, but you melee bash him with the force field before he can even get in a hit. You enjoy Elegy's quips and goads as you tear through the bodies. You're glad you didn't send him away. Your body tingles at the rush. Thanks to story mode, the fighting portion is actually a lot shorter, and soon the level ends and the game congratulates you. You breeze through the next level, where the Department of Revenant Dignity inducts you as a new recruit. Your progress saves, one step closer to the finish. You can't wait to reach the ending. This time, it will go better, you're certain of it. But that will have to be for another day. The stress of the day catches up with you, and you can feel that you should have gone to bed an hour ago. You power down and Velcro back into your bed. Things are looking good. Okay, we're gonna have to stop right there. This is actually Trillian from the future recording this outro because, and I mean a few hours in the future when I have edited the next video as well. And basically, if we don't stop here, the next one's going to be a half an hour long. So we're going to cut it off here, and then the next one will be about 20 minutes. So thank you so much for joining me for episode 6, and we'll be back. I know this one was short. Oh, and also leave me a comment if you have an opinion as to how long you think they should be. I like to go for about 20 minutes, and I tend to overshoot that. But if you'd like them to be shorter, if you'd prefer them around 15 minutes, or it's possible that at the end also I could make one that was just the entire thing. I don't know. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you back here for episode 7. In the meantime, be well.